Hey there, Boots Owen here. This is an old-fashioned vented tumble dryer made by the good people at Indesit. It's a model number what? Let's have a look if I can see it here. I1D80S UK. It's a tumble dryer. I believe it works, but sounds a bit scrapey. So let's take a look at the bearing today and see how we go. Around the back, let's take out every screw we can see that hold in this middle thing. This cover. There's 4 screws here and here and here and here for the heating element. Don't want to touch them because then it'll fall out. One screw up here I've managed to miss. Is that going to come with me? Looks like it. So look at that. Get closer. So this is it's a bush really rather than a bearing. If I stretch this piece of wire straight. Oh, that is not positive. It's cut clean through the bearing or the shaft. That's no good. It must have been down to the last little nub and me trying to loosen that has broken it off. So we're into a bigger repair here. We'll see how we can do on it. Get this bush off. You can see the damage done. This should look like that. And everything's going wild today. I think I've got to get it a bit deeper. I didn't really want to, but it looks like I do. By coincidence, I've got these fellas, which is the whole bearing plate that goes on the back. I think it's that size and I think we can do it. I wonder can we do it without taking the machine apart. There's probably a right way to do this. I'm thinking the simplest way would be to take the back off it, leave the drum in situ, and then put the back on again. That involves taking off everything down here, the fan and all this stuff. Yeah, looks like it rotates, but you've got to pull these tabs out. There we go. That gets your metal ductwork out. Sometimes there's money in these, but I don't see any. An impact driver really comes into its own. 2 fans. What am I held on by? This clip. Oh, there's another torque screw over here that I didn't see. Slide to the right to come off. So really I've got to take off this side here. It's a bit weird. This one's screwed on from the front, the other one's screwed on from the back. So if I get in here, let's take the top off. This is quite bizarre. Probably should have done this first. It's too high up on the top for me to see. There we go. So the metal cover that comes off, that releases the top. Pop out. It just clips off. Yeah. Just clips in there. Right. Now, there we go. Now we can see what we're at. Weird. So we're probably nail this lower over as well, maybe. Popping this down like a washing machine front. Right, is that us in? What's holding it now? Tons of dust. It's got to slide backwards. Oh, it's dusty. Spare screw down here from something. Right, sides off. It's quite dusty in here. It's all about to fall asunder. Whoa. Now with that off, this will slide this way, I'll lift up and open out. And now I'm in. Now I can see what I'm doing. Not design at all. Let's get a bit of a clean on it. There's no coins in there. Shame. So really quite an interesting design or failure. All of this here has rubbed, not the belt. It's been sitting on the motor. There's a plate on top of the motor that's just been acting as a bearing surface. Didn't seem to affect it, which is cool. It's also pretty badly rubbed, these three nodes. Now I don't know what they're for. I don't know what this little doorstop here is about. I thought that was meant to catch it there, but it hasn't. These have rubbed off something in here, I'm guessing, because it's inside that thing. Maybe they've just, I don't see what they've rubbed off actually. Maybe somewhere, oh, they've rubbed off here. They've been clattering off that. Don't know what they're for. That's completely knackered, so I've got to drill this out now. Guessing from the other side? I don't know, we'll have a go. So I'm going to drill through from the inside. Didn't take long. It just needs enough to cut the little riveting surface there. Not much at all. I don't think that one was even properly connected. So then I've got to put this one in and connect it on. I'm going to have to drill that out. Mount this up. Bolt it on with screws and nuts and bolts and whatnot. Better find some that'll do it. So somehow I've got to get the screws from the other side to this side. So it shouldn't really look like that, but that's what it looks like now, and that's what we've got to work with. So we need to get the back in, and then the side, and then put it all back together again. Somehow, I'll put the gloves on for this, I think. So that's the back on. I should be able to hook this in, but I can't see what I'm at yet. So I need to put this in and pop it up into position without it all falling apart. Easier said than done with all these bits of sharp metal hanging around. Stay in position. There we go. I'm just wondering if those screws are going to hit this now and it won't turn. There's a strong distinction that might happen. I might have to do it again and take the angle grinder to the back of them. Yeah, I think they're going to hit. It's a bit of a disaster actually. I'm not sure how to deal with this. A little piece of wire. So these nuts now. I think they're going to get stuck. Only there, so I need to lick this out with the grinder. That's all it needed. But I need to get that piece of metal out now, so I'm gonna have to pop this out again. Okay, where does that go? Oh, it's perfect. Look at that. That's a bit rough there. Let's just... The hot air blows up and in that way, so there's nothing there to snag. That's what I'll say. I'm going to come back to that later and oil it. I'll get the sides back on. Kind of match it up. It only clicks in one way, I think. It's a bizarre design. It's like an oven fan blade. Without an impact driver, it's not impossible, but it's a lot more work. That, and apply a drop of oil. Which will stink up the clothes a bit at the start. Okay, something ain't quite right there. It's not sitting up on the back properly. I think it's fallen off the front bearings, look. Great. That's it. Now we're away, that's better. The side will hold it together now. Let's put this ductwork back in. Damaged that by bending it without taking this piece off first, so make some adjustments. So let's vacuum out these iron filings in here. So this bronze bit was bearing on here, centered on the shaft, and as the weight and the friction kept bearing on it, it kept pulling down and down and down until the shaft was resting on the steel back of the machine, the metal of the machine, and then it just cut through, and that was all that was left when we got it. So this little brass ring will be reusable. This plate is a dud. This bronze fellow is a dud. But the other parts that I've saved from other machines, and I don't know that I put it in a video, I've repaired one of these machines before, but it was a Hotpoint condenser dryer, so they all have the same parts, and on that one all I needed to do was slip a new one of these in. And so if it's a case where you just unscrew the screw holding this on, pull it off and push a new one in, then the bearing repair is really easy. That's what I was hoping for today. But it wasn't, and we had to do the whole job. But I had those because whenever I see a machine on the street, if I'm in the mood, I'll savage it apart with the pliers. You can cut all of those guys off with the pliers from inside and pull the bearing out. It's a bit of an ordeal, but if you've got patience, you can do it. You can buy these whole plates as a repair kit, so they come with the screws to put it all back together again. I don't know if you get the small one or the big one or what way it is, but it's not that hard to do. I didn't like having to cut it with a grinder. I don't mind doing that, but other people mightn't like that. It's a bit more involved than just swapping some screws out. I've got it plugged in. I've got some jeans in it. Let's switch it on. Oh, there's one last thing about this machine. This fellow's a dud, so I'm gonna have to get a spring or a piece of wire to clamp that closed, because that plastic's broken. I'll clean out that knob in there. It looks a bit rough. So that you can turn it, but somebody's turned it back the wrong way, I think. That's what happened. So let's set it to 60, if that's about, yeah, look at the flop in that. Set it to 60. press play. It's up on a table, but listen to how quiet it is now compared to what it was. Much better. It's bouncing around up on that table. It sounds quite simple, but that really is all there is to it on this machine. Questions or comments, leave it below. Thanks for watching. See you later.